cold case unit?
The cold case unit. Abantu abaphenya ngamacala lawa asafayiliwe. Uma archives afayiliwe.
Cold case unit, it's a team that is investigating matters that have been filed and archived.
So is this matter 636, was it one of the matters that were filed?
Is 636 kwakade kungenye yamacala abekade efayiliwe?
How would the witness know that? And what is the relevance of all this?
The witness is the investigating officer, unless the state will rebut the fact that he has never been appointed.
Who was the chief? Sorry, maybe let's get this. Who was, according to your instructions, who was the lead investigating officer? Because maybe even Rachamakwatleng was an investigating officer of a lower rank. Maybe my job was just to polish the shoes of Brigadier Ginenda.
My lord, according to my instruction,
Yes,
as
yes.
the court so request to, according to my instruction is that there's no one who was appointed to lead the investigation. They were all,
Okay, fine, no problem. I
Yes.
hear you. So when Ginenda comes here and says he's a lead investigator, he was not being frank with the court.
that's
Okay, fine.
what I'll argue.
Okay,
At a
right.
later stage.
All right.
So, sir, do you confirm that instruction that under 636, no one has been appointed by the National Commissioner to lead the investigation?
Uyavuma na ukuthi kulecala u636 akekho umuntu obekade yena embekiwe ucommissioner noma umphathi wamaphoyisa ukuthi kube uyena oyikuthi ungumphenyi omkhulu kulecala.
Ngeke kwathiwa loba no4 ezophenya lelicala. Akuzange kuthiwe wena uzohamba phambili or ulide laba. Akuzange kusho kanjalo.
When we were appointed, we were informed that we will all investigate this matter. There was no one.
Sorry, irrespective of rank.
Akuzange kubhekwe nokuthi irank kabani ithini nivelele kwathiwe nje nonke nizophenya.
Into eyenza lokho ukuthi uminister asho kanjalo. Kukhona abantu abalinganayo ngama-rank. So azange akwazi ukuthi abeke umuntu ukuthi athi wena uzolida le investigation.
My lord, what made the minister to say that is because there were people that were equal in ranks, and that is why the minister did not choose anyone to lead the investigation.
So everybody was lead. You are equal. Nobody makes a decision. All of you are equal.
Wonke umuntu ke bekade niphenya nje nonke nilingana, akekho obekade ethatha isinqumo.
No, ngichaza ukuthi ngizosho ngamagama uKenneth Ginenda noKenneth Ramkhali bekurank A1.
My lord, Colonel Gininda and Colonel Ramukhali were in the same rank of A.
Yes.
So kukhona no-Captain Buthelezi.
And there was also Captain Buthelezi,
Also kuba yimi warrant officer Makhubo.
and there was myself, Warrant Officer Makhubo.
So, when you appointed, if I want to get it correctly, you said, what evidence do you have that were appointed to investigate this case 636?
Obuphi ubufakazi obeninabo noma yini
That you
into
can see.
engabonakalisa njengobufakazi ukuthi ubekade nawe ungomunye umuntu obekade ebekiwe?
As a court, please.
Mr. Baloyi, I know he's now cross-examining his own witness. Please, let's go on with this case.
I'm not cross-examining, I'm putting, say, according to your involvement in this matter, you were not, or at any given stage prior to the arrest of these 5 accused, you had a meeting with the rest of the investigating officer appointed.
Sona isikhathi ukuthi niye nahlangana njengabaphenyi balecala ngaphambi kokuthi abasolwa baboshwe.
Sihlangane kaningi.
We indeed had meetings.
But in relation to the confessions that were allegedly made by accused number 1 and number 2,
Ukuya ngokugonyuluka lokho kwenziwe umsolwa wokuqala nowesibili.
Hayi cha, sihlangane.
No, we did not meet with regards to the confessions.
so are you saying you were not involved in the taking of the confessions of accused number 1 and 2? And are you also saying that it was not by agreement between the investigating officers?
Manje uthi wena awuzange ube ingxenye yaloku kunyuluka okwenziwe umsolwa wokuqala nowesibini futhi nina njengabaphenyi nanikade ningavumelananga ngaleyo nto.
Okay, you can just mention accused number 1.
Uthi ungakhuluma njengomsolwa wokuqala. Umsolwa wesibini ungakhulumi ngayo.
Kulama meeting besiluka siwahamba.
On the meetings that we held,
Kwaba nembono ehlukene. Ingakho kwaba khona ukuhluka kwaba khona
there were different opinions,
Yes.
so kwaba ngamaqembu ayi2.
and that is when we divided into 2 teams.
Lokho kwazenzakalela ngoba kwaba nemibono ehlukene.
It naturally happened because we had different opinions.
Ingakho noma kuboshwa abamangalelo laba azange saziswe mina no penalty.
And that is why, even when the suspects were arrested, we were not informed, myself and Colonel Buthelezi.
So
And there goes Baloyi objecting again, but Mngomezulu finally lands his plane, okay? He lands his plane, which is Docket 375. How Docket 375 came about, what is a cold case unit, who was appointed by the National Commissioner and the police, and 2 names are not mentioned in that list, Sergeant Mohane and Sergeant Makhubo. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. But Mngomezulu is relentless, okay? He continues on. Judge Rata is so impatient. At this point, his frustration is not just written all over his face, it's his entire body language at this point. He is done with Mngomezulu. So then Mngomezulu asks Makhubo, Warrant Officer Makhubo, and says, so are you saying you were not involved in the confessions of accused number 1 and 2? And there, Makhubo opens up the floodgates and he says, well, if I'm being honest, you know, there were 2 separate opinions with regards to what happened at the Spaza house. So then there was a division. We divided into 2 teams. Myself, Warrant Officer Makhubo, and Buthelezi, we were on one side. We were saying there was no intruders. There were no intruders. It was the people in their house. Arrest the people who were in the Spaza house. Gininda and Ramukhali were saying there were intruders and its suspects out of the 5 accused, arrest them. So Mngomezulu says, okay, so you were not informed when the 5 accused were arrested, and Warrant Officer Makhubo says, no, we were not informed because the team had already split. We had already split. They didn't tell us, okay? They didn't tell us anything because at the same time, I've opened Docket 375 and we already know how Brigadier Bongani Nicholas Gininda feels about that one. That is how, ladies and gentlemen, Docket 375 was mentioned inside Judge Rata's courtroom. We can give it to Baloyi. He tried, okay? He tried really, really, really hard that it isn't mentioned. But let's continue listening on. There's more on the table.
but let's get back. You said, insofar as your knowledge about the cold case, this case was not filed. It was still under investigation. Is that your evidence?
Uthe wena ukuya ngolwazi lwakho leli cala lona lalikade lingakafayilwa ukuya ngolwazi lwakho.
Mina ngafayilwa. Lelicala leli into engenza ukuthi ngisho ukuthi bengakafayilwa. Uminister yathi makasibeka. Wathi bekunama member of 40 aphenya leqala.
Yes, this matter was not filed yet, and what makes me to say that is because the minister, when he appointed us, he said there were 40 members that were investigating this matter,
So bakoshile ufaka thina.
and,
So 4.
and he had dismissed all of them, and he was now appointing the 4 of us.
So, in connection with the investigations, and you even said there were 2 camps because of different opinions.
Manje ngalolu phenyo njengoba uye wathi niqiniseke ukuthi seniyahlukana kuba amaqembu amabini ngoba nani kade ninemibono ehlukile.
So was there any consultation with the state prosecutor or the director of public prosecutions in relation to your independent opinions?
Kunesikhathi la ukuthi mhlawumbe niye nakhulumisana nomshushisi noma abaphathi babashushisi ukuya ngale mibono yenu ehlukile.
kunjani.
Yes, that is correct.
Please tell the court.
Tshela inkantolo.
Ngomhla idate angisayikhumbuli mara loku 2020.
Even though I would not recall the date, but
Sorry,
it was
2019.
in the year 2019.
So sase office laka advocate Baloyi.
We were in Advocate Baloyi's office.
Sizokhuluma ngayo indaba yale case.
To speak about this particular case. Qhubeka.
Awubeka umbono wami ku advocate Baloyi.
And I have given Advocate Baloyi my opinion.
Yes.
Qhubeka.
Ngalo lonke uphenyo lalo mbono wami ohlukile
About the investigation of my different opinion.
Yes.
Qhubeka.
so sashi docket kuye.
And we left the docket in Mr. Baloyi's office.
If you say we, with who were you?
Uma uthi sa shia i-docket. It
Uyimi no Colonel Buthelezi.
was myself and Colonel Buthelezi.
Yes.
Yebo.
Uma kusenjalo kwafika uColonel Ginenda wafika nedocket leli linye
And
abayithula amadocket.
after that, whilst we were still there, then Colonel Gininda came with another docket. Then there were two dockets.
To mention which docket is that? Is it 636 and?
The ama-docket ungasho bebi 636 nayiphi.
Phosphorus case 375
Phosphorus case 375
stroke 1 stroke 2019.
stroke 1 stroke 2019.
So you left these two dockets with Advocate Baloyi, or is it the only one docket that you left with Advocate Baloyi?
Lama docket omabini nawashiya no Advocate Baloyi noma nashiya elilodwa.
Asala wethu.
We left both of them.
Then you said Brigadier Kininda arrived. What do you mean by that?
Uthe uBrigadier Gininda wafika. Usho ukuthini ngalokho?
Wayefika phethe docket 636 phosphorus case 636
He came in position of a docket Phosphorus case 636
stroke 10 stroke 2014.
stroke 10 stroke 2014.
Yes.
Yebo.
What's the relevance of that? What did you do with the docket?
Ibaluleke kanjani lento oyishoyo? Wenzeni ngaleyo docket?
Ukuthi phela njengomthuthisi athathe decision lento lesiyenzile le investigation lesiyenzile.
So that the prosecution would take a decision on the investigation that we had made.
My Lord, apologies for interruption. I just want to note that accused number 3 needs some comfort.
What's your time, Mr. Baloyi?
It's 12 o'clock exactly, my lord.
Yeah, we're done for 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
I just had to use the cricket sound. Okay, I haven't used it in 2025. I think this was an appropriate moment to reintroduce our sound effects into our videos, because what do you mean Advocate Baloyi is silent? Where is Advocate Baloyi with his objections when the entire response from Warrant Officer Makhubo is about Baloyi and what Baloyi did and what exactly happened, how Warrant Officer Makhubo submitted Docket 375 to Baloyi with all its evidence, with all their opinions. At the same time, Gininda also submitted their docket. And how then did Baloyi pick Docket 636 over Docket 636 over Docket 375? It is in that moment we heard that Advocate Baloyi cannot object to anything, confirming what Makhubo is saying as valid. Oh my goodness. That was just awkward to listen to. If you missed it, go back, rewind, okay? Watch it again and listen to Advocate Baloyi's silence. This is Mzansi Unfiltered. I'm going to end it right here, and then we'll go ahead and proceed in our next video. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you want me to drop part 6. And I'll do that right away. If not, I will upload for tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you on my next upload.